Hey everyone, it's Miss Greg here. Hope you're having a great day today. Today we're going to be playing a game called 5 in a Row with 4 cards. So I've got Miss Ray here. She's going to help me show you how to play the game, and you should have it in your orange folder stapled in the set of papers that you got. So before we start, I want to show you this chart here because these are some strategies that are going to help you when you play this game. So we're going to be adding within 20 today. So adding together numbers that will equal 20 or less. And here are some strategies that you could use to help you. So the first one is just called counting on. Sometimes we do that on our fingers. Sometimes we draw little dots like I have on here. Sometimes we use our cubes. So you've got those little cubes at home, you could use those. So the equation is 5 plus 7. And so what I did is I drew 5 dots on this side, and then I drew 7 more on the other side to represent my equation. And then I counted them all together. So I started here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that equation equals 12, and that's one way that I can solve that. Another way that you might solve an equation is using a fact that you already know. So we're doing 5 plus 7 again. So I'm thinking I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. So if 5 plus 5 is 10, I need to add 2 more, and that would be 12. So that's a way that I can solve 5 plus 7 is using a fact that I already know. Another strategy is to use your number line. That's also in your packet from last week. So the number line, I've drawn 2 different number lines. So in the first one I started at 5, and then I added 7 more. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I got to the number 12. Now, tomorrow you're going to talk more about this question, does order matter? So when we're doing addition, it doesn't matter what order that you add these numbers because you're going to get the same answer. So I flip-flopped my numbers to say 7 plus 5. And I did the same thing on my number line. So I started at 7 this time, and I added 5 more. So I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got the same answer, which was 12. So these strategies are going to help you today when you play the game. So Miss Ray is here, and we are going to show you how to play 5 in a row with 4 cards. So you can play this by yourself if you are at home, or you can play it with a partner. So you need your game board. You also need your cards, and those are in your set, and you can see those here in just a minute. There they are. And you should have these already cut out. So there is my stack. I've cut them out already. And you'll need something to put on your game board. So the game board is kind of like bingo. So you're going to need some kind of piece of paper, or maybe if you have coins, you can put those on there to cover up the numbers that you use. Today, Miss Ray and I are going to be using these colored counters. These are things that we have here at school. So the way you play is, the first step is to take 4 cards. So Miss Ray is going to pick 4 cards from our stack. And notice that they're face down, so now we're going to flip them over, and we're going to see what 4 cards that she has. So we might have to turn them around a little bit. Alright, so Miss Ray has 8, 8, 8, and 9. So what we're looking for are 2 cards that we're going to add together. And when we do that, we're going to find out what they equal, and then we're going to cover it on the game board. So Miss Ray is going to think about facts that she knows, and she's going to think about different numbers that she can add together and what they equal. So Miss Ray, tell them what you're thinking right now.
Well, the first 2 that I see is 8 and 8, and 8 plus 8 would be 16. So on my card, I'm going to cover up the 16.
Perfect. So Miss Ray knew that 8 plus 8 was a double fact that she already knew in her brain, and so she covered up 16. So now you put those cards in a discard pile. So we'll take those away and put them to the side. Even though we didn't use the other 2, we'll put those in a discard pile also. All right, so now it's my turn. So I'm going to draw 4 cards. I'm going to turn them this way. It's important that you mix your cards up so you don't get all the same numbers. So I'm going to mix them up a little better. All right. Yep. So there are my 4 cards. I have a 9, a 9, a 5, and a 10. So I want to think about which 2 cards I want to add together. Now the goal of the game is just like in bingo. You want to get 5 in a row. So you can see here, we've already got one covered. And we want to try to get across that row again. So here we are. And I notice we've got an 18, a 19, a 20, and a 17. I said those backwards, but those are there. So, I see another double that I know, which is 9 plus 9. So 9 plus 9, I know, is 18. Do you see 18 on my game board? Right, it's right there next to the one we just covered. So now we're going to have 2 in a row, which is really great. So Miss Ray is going to put our game piece on there. And now we're ready. So we're going to put these cards away. Even though we didn't use all 4, that was kind of like that round is over with. So now Miss Ray's going to take her turn, and we're working together. We want to get 5 in a row. All right, Miss Ray, what are some sums or answers that you're coming up with?
Well, I see we have another double. So the 6 and the 6 would equal 12. And then we also have a 10 and a 2, which also equals 12.
Oh, that's interesting. Could you add 6 and 10 together?
We could, and that would be 16.
Oh, so we can add doubles or we can add different numbers. So we could have a 12 as an answer or 16. What about 6 plus 2? What would that give us?
I want to say 8.
Okay, so if we have 6 and we count on 2 more, so we have 6, 7, 8. That's right. So, Miss Ray, what do you think, which number do you want to go with on there?
Let's see. We'll go with this 12 right here.
All right. So if you notice on the game board, there are actually 2 12s because you might get 12 as an answer more than once. So Miss Ray has covered up one of those 12s. And so here we are. We didn't get to stay in our row, but we're going to keep playing. So let's put those cards away, and we're going to draw 4 more. All right, I'll let you draw them for me.
Different numbers.
All right. So I am thinking about numbers that might equal 10. Do you see any numbers on here that might equal 10? Well, if you said 6 plus 4, you are right. 6 plus 4 equals 10. And 10 is my favorite number because it's really easy to count. So I may put a color counter on 10, but I also want to see my other numbers. So if I add 8 plus 3, well, 8 plus 2 equals 10, so adding one more would give 11. So 8 plus 3 equals 11, okay? How about 8 plus 4? So if 8 plus 3 was 11, that would be one more. So 8 plus 4 is 12. And we have 8 plus 6, which equals 14. So Miss Ray, I'm looking, I could do a 10, a 12, or a 14, and that would go in this row right here. But since my favorite number is 10, I'm going to pick 10. So I want to cover this 10 right here. Perfect. So now we have 2 in a row this way, and up and down. So we're getting closer. All right, Miss Ray's turn. I hope she can get a number in our rows.
Okay, so we have 4, 1, 10, and a 1. So off the bat, I see a 10 and a 4, which would be 14, which would go in our row. And then I have a 1 and a 1, which is 2. And then, let's see, a 10 and a 1, which would be 11. But I'm going to go with the 14 since it is in our row.
Perfect. I agree. I see that makes us 3 in a row now, so we only need a 12 and a 10 in order to finish the game. So that was a good strategy, Miss Ray. All right, my turn. Let's see what numbers I get. 5 and another 5, a 10, and a 4. All right. So I am looking. I know 5 and 5 is a double, and 5 plus 5 equals 10, my favorite number. And I see there's already a 10 plus 4. That would be 14. Or a 10 plus 5 is 15. And then 5 plus 4 could equal 9. So are there any of the numbers that I just said in this row? Oh, there's a 10, my favorite number. So I want to cover that one. So we're almost done. We need one more number. We need a 12 in there. So Miss Ray, I hope you can draw some cards that will equal 12. All right, Miss Ray, tell us what you have.
Well, I have a 5 and a 6, a 0, and a 3. So I'm just going to say a 6 and a 0 is 6 plus 0, which is a 6, not 60. And then we have a 5 plus 3, which is 8. And then a 5 plus 6, which is 11. We're one off. Where could I put a color? What do you think?
Well, I'm noticing we have 2 in a row up and down.
Ooh.
And I noticed that 6 plus 3 is 9. So I see a 9 there. So that would help us get one more in a row. So I think that would be a good choice. What do you think?
That is a good choice.
All right, so Miss Ray's going to cover a 9. And the camera sometimes gets frozen. So there we go. Now you can see. So we're almost there. So I hope we can draw some cards that equal 12. Okay, so Miss Ray is going to draw my cards for me, and then let's hope we got 12 in there somewhere. All right, so I have a 9, a 3, a 7. Make sure you can see that. And a 0. All right, let's think. If I have 9 and I add 0, what would that equal? Okay, it's still 9, right? Because I didn't add anything. So I could put a 9 on the board. I see that. I have 9 plus 7, so I'm going to count on. So let me think. If I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that would be a 16. I don't see that on my board, so I better not pick that one. Or I have 9 plus 3. So I have 9, 10, 11, 12. What was the number we needed again for our game to be done? Oh, it's a 12. How about that, Miss Ray? So cover up our 12, and we are done. We got 5 in a row. So if you want to say bingo, you can, even though it's not really bingo. It's called 5 in a row. So we won our game. If you're at home, you can play this as many times as you want. You can play it by yourself or with a partner. So we're going to take all of our colored counters off the board, and we would play another round. But for today, that's all we wanted to show you in the video. So I hope you play, and I hope you get 5 in a row really quick.